All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Temtalk, a podcast about the creature collection MMO Temtem. I'm your host this week, Pres B. Kennedy, joined as always by the one, the only, the spectacular, the Mr. Gaijin. Boo! How are you doing, Gaijin?
I'm doing good. No complaints. Got myself a Droply radar, so I mean I can't really complain about that. Other than that, work was good. My day was good. Things are good.
That's
How about you? What's
wonderful.
new?
I wanted to chat like when you told me you had the Droply radar. I wanted to chat about that, but I'm gonna open up my Temtem screen because I've got it in the bottom, so everybody knows I made a return to the game. And this week, I didn't get a Swally last week, but I do have a Swally radar, so I am super excited to go and tackle that. I got a
Oh
Swally
snap!
radar, and then go ahead.
I just said oh snap. Swally radar is better than Swally Sci Park because screw Sci Park.
Yeah, I know, right? Four times odd at 10,000 rate. I didn't hunt super hard last week because I had a lot of things to do, but the radars are so much more manageable for me. Um,
Yeah.
but I've got a Volpy radar, a Swally radar, and a Cypat radar. So 2 out of 3 good ones this week.
Pretty good, pretty good. So far I have a Droply radar. I have a oh god, why can't I think of what the other one is? I had two good ones and I can't think of it. Momo, and Platypet. So I got two good radars and 1,200 Pansons.
Fair. That's good. I hope you
Because
get something out of that Momo radar. That would be lovely.
yeah, it'd be nice to get a Stabmaster Momo. That'd be really cool.
I was hanging out in my of another MMO I play. I was hanging out in the guild Discord and I was doing just Temtem stuff and people were asking me about it and I was trying to explain it and I just kind of fell in love again with the game where I was just like, oh, it's like this, and they're asking questions. So it's like, oh yeah, and then you can do this and this and this, and I was showing off some of like the way strategies in the game work as opposed to like Pokemon because that's everybody's first comparison. And it
Of
just
course.
got me like, I don't know, really pumped to do Temtalk tonight and just get back into the game. So I'm
Thank
here and I'm
goodness.
ready.
I feel like it's been a bit. I feel like it's been a bit since you've been in the game
Yeah,
and
it
into the game.
it has. I will admit I've been scared. The past I don't know. I've got a unhealthy relationship with expectations. And I kind of felt like, and this might be my own ego speaking, which, it's better if it gets popped. I felt like I was a big pillar of the community for a long, or well, not a long time, but for a brief moment when there was kind of like nothing going on. And I get scared that people expect a certain level of like quality or entertainment or knowledge or something out of me, and I in my head I think like I can never live up to that moment, so it's best not to do it at all. And so I've been kind of trying to find like the right area to jump in to tackle like my fears and anxieties where they don't like matter to me. And Park last week was a good week to do it, and then now doing the dojo battles, like, because you can play against the CPU a little bit and go back and forth. And then I'm just going to Luma hunt for a little bit, ease myself back into it. And maybe at the end of the week, I'll tackle some PvP. I might just go collect all the items on my alt and then just do PvP senselessly on there.
When can we expect the Academy to come back?
You know,
And
I.
I think you I don't know. Like I think you I think your own personal thoughts of other people's expectations are a little more unrealistic than they probably should be. You know,
Oh,
I,
yeah,
I
they're
I don't think
super
most people have
unrealistic.
really high expectations like this is what I expect from Presby Kennedy, and if this isn't what I'm getting, then he can go to heck.
Anxiety. are lies we tell ourselves that we choose to believe, and I just consistently have to like break that out of my mind because I don't think anybody cares, but in my mind it's important, and I just gotta step away from that, and it takes time, but you work past it. uh Will-O-Wisp, I have the highest of expectations, but he's never failed to knock it out of the park. Oh, there we go. There we
See,
go.
there you go. Even when you don't have faith in yourself, you can always believe that Will-O-Wisp will.
I think they're just trying to make me follow him into the forest so they can trick me into my demise. But
They're
that's
gonna
a conversation
they're
for a
going to
different time.
sacrifice you for the oh god, the creepypasta guy. What's his name? The
Slenderman?
tall. Yeah, there he is.
That
They're gonna
one.
sacrifice you to Slenderman.
There was one other thing I wanted to say. Oh, you asked when the Academy was coming back. I
Yeah.
expected the Academy to be like a hold me over until Sipunku was released. Um, and it isn't. It's not coming out till sometime in February. I don't want to do it before Sipunku, so
How
probably
am I going to recruit anybody if I'm not able to watch them learn and improve through the academy?
fair, fair. But I'm probably going to do it a couple weeks into Sipunku, hopefully when things start dying down. But the thing that is definitely, it is not coming back before I recruit and build a team. Um, and by team, I mean team of people to help me manage it. I really enjoyed the academy and loved it, but it was a lot of work, and definitely having somebody to handle like payments, somebody to handle setting up the matches, somebody to handle recruitment would super duper help me rather than doing
Well, I bet you
everything.
there's people in the community that would be willing to help if you'd bother to just ask.
It requires me talking to people, Gaijin. You know I don't do that well. No,
Yeah,
but I'm
no,
kidding.
no kidding.
Well, it will be back sooner than you think. Let's go with that. Sooner
Good,
than you
because
think.
I need some recruits for the foundation. I mean, we're
Yeah,
we're growing, but I need more
you sent me an invite to that, and I
that you
think,
never accepted. You
yeah, I
just
was
let it
gonna
time
say
out.
I sat down this morning to accept it, and it timed out, and I was like, "Welp."
Hmm.
So if you send me another, I'll join. I still haven't left the Temtalk club on my alt yet. I haven't broke it to Von Lin Muzz and everybody in the club yet that I'm leaving, but I don't know. Might be back in the future on a different alt.
Just join the foundation.
Yeah, the
There you go.
foundation.
We'll
I like the
guarantee that
name
you
too.
always play.
Is that a
Naruto
play?
reference? Yes.
Oh, Naruto. Okay, I thought it sounded like Umbrella Academy.
No, the
There's
foundation is an organization with a Naruto. It's kind of like a secret organization that helps protect the village, essentially, but not necessarily in the most ethical ways, I guess.
the one I'm thinking
They're
about.
like chaotic neutral or chaotic good, or I don't know.
The one I'm thinking about is from Umbrella Academy, and it's called The Company. And it's just
Oh,
everybody, they work for the company, and the company
yeah.
is a bunch of time assassins. So
Nope. Just a Naruto reference, and my character's name is Danzo Shimura, which is the leader of the foundation and the the
did you make a
what?
new character just to make this club?
Yeah, just for comp.
I respect it.
Oh,
I respect it. All right,
yeah.
Gaijin, we got some big news this week. Are you ready to jump into it?
Yeah, I
All right,
think.
at the top of our show, as we always do, we are going to talk about the weekly reset. And after
Whoop.
the reset, we'll get into Temtem being 1 year old in early access, at least. All right, let's
Oh,
pull this up. Oh, freak. Oh, freak. Let's
what'd you
hope.
do?
I'm going to hope that the next scene, I didn't set it up, but because all of the preemptive work I did last week, when I click it, it should auto be set up. Transitioning. Hey, it's mostly set up. Let's go. I'll take it. I'll just be a little
Set up
Discord bot.
enough.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I look good. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, this is really the Gaijin show. Welcome to Gaijin Talk, where the podcast dedicated to Gaijin apparel and Gaijin merchandising. No, I'm
That's
kidding.
right.
All right, so the reset this week for the week of January 25th to January 31st. I will tackle the free Tim because this one had me actually excited. Oh, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my Swally radar and then I'm a free Tim. Or I might free Tim while I do my Swally radar. But
That's what a lot of people do.
yeah, our free Tim this week 50 releases, 20 tiny crystals, nice little boost of money. You can sell the crystals and get some pansons. 10 releases gets you 4 enhancer watermelons. That can't be right. Hold
Oh yeah,
on, brain.
it's right.
That's right. 10 releases gets you enhancer watermelons.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sure it's 100 though,
Okay.
but it
Yeah, I was
sure
just
says
saying.
10.
So at 100 releases, you get enhancer watermelons. Let's go with 100. Most of the time, it doesn't go down in tiers. At 190 releases, you get 1 telomere hack for attack, which is really nice. 190 is not much at all to grind through. And then 475, you get 10 Wish You Well coins. And that is a nice little chunk of pansons if you sell them, or some fun random items if you decide to use the wells. The Koish this week is water and nature, and if you choose to tackle that, shout out to everybody who still has the stamina to do the fishing daily. But
I
on
mean, I'm gonna do my free temp through fishing koish.
oh yeah, I guess that is a way to do it. That's what I was thinking about.
I get like 13,000 pensons for releasing 80 koish or something like that.
What do you use to capture your koish? Do you use like
Just
two
whip
electric
lumps.
koish? Oh, whip
No,
lumps? Okay.
just whip lumps. Well, because iridescence can really screw that over.
Yeah. Well, I the one thing I always
This week it would
remember
be
is
neutral though, right? Yeah, this week it would be neutral regardless. Electric.
well, the thing I always remember, friend of the show Subaki came on Subaki-chan and informed us electric koish always has something to hit any type of koish effectively. Of if it's iridescent, it can use water cannon, or if it's not, it's can use any electricity. And between all of the koish types, one of those is always effective, like against a koish. So it's the counter koish strategy if anybody's ever getting decimated by fish. But I've got to start watching more Temtem to see how fish is doing because I've just been seeing firefish and firefish is great. I don't really see a lot of counterplay set up around it.
In PvP?
Yeah, in PvP, firefish is great.
A lot of people are starting to use nature koish as well. Water cutting lily with synergy master has just been just doing work in PvP.
Yeah. Oh,
It's basically one hit KO for a lot of stuff if you have it built right.
the
And
bubble
it is a threat to
koish
the fire
combo.
koish.
All right. Do you want to tackle the Psy Park, or do you want me to?
I'll go over Side Park. I could care less about it this week or really any other week from here on out because I give up. Um, but
Wait, hold on. I should have a sound clip for this. We did it. We broke Gaijin. We
I
did
mean,
it.
I've been broken from Side Park for a while, but Swally, we just reaffirmed why I don't need to go back there and why I should never go back there. Um, but yeah, so this week it's
Hold
2,800
on.
Pansons
Can I pause you
for
for
a
a second?
whopping 25 side cards. Sure.
If Vonlin was here, we need to honor his spirit. He would ask, "How many hours did you put into Swally Week?
Too damn many.
How many
Too damn
encounters
many.
on the
You
tracker?"
think I count
I
encounters
I don't
anymore?
care, but I feel like the somebody in the viewer base would want to know.
I don't know, a couple thousand easy.
Okay.
Easy. It was
Okay.
over odds at the very least. But I stopped counting. I stopped counting encounters after I went 5 weeks without a single Luma, and then I went 9 weeks without a single Luma, and that was including Parks. So Park can just go and get bent. You know, if you guys want to do it, have fun, knock yourselves out. I refuse.
Okay, go ahead and finish up reading Park. I interrupted you through it.
Oh, what a surprise! You interrupting me? Who would have guessed?
Hey, I just wanted to say something real quick, Gaijin. You're wonderful. Go ahead and finish.
Thanks. Oh, what a fella. So again, it's 2,800 Panzons for a whopping 25 cards. And we've got Pyko and Goaty. Pyko has a 50% spawn rate with a minimum SV of 25 and a 15% egg technique. Goaty has an 80% spawn ratio with a minimum SV of 20, which is really good. That's a little tempting. And an egg technique of 10%. It is a SV week, it's not a Luma week, so those are at 1 times odds.
Yeah, and with that 10% egg technique on Goaty, I believe there is a ability it has. It might be head charge that it can only get from Park. I think that's the only way to get head charge bred onto it. I'm clicking it now to look. Nope, Momo can breed head charge. So I might be one of these moves. Is it Burrow?
Yes, Burrow.
Yep, Burrow. Yeah, that's the one. So Burrow is you can only get Burrow on your Moflanks when you breed them with a Park Goatee. So for anybody who didn't get any last go around when we had Goatees in the park, this go around you can stock up on that breeding furt if you need it.
Guess I'm gonna to have Blank hunt me some Goaties. Or hunt some Goaties for Blank so she can
Outsourcing the
breed some for
Park
me.
work. I respect it. I respect it.
I won't touch it, but I'll pay people to.
Mr. Gaijin Moneybags. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
all in all, not. I think the free Tim definitely speaks for itself for this week for the weekly reset. Thank you, Temtem France, for this graphic for sharing it on Twitter, so we all have something to look at. And easy way without running around through every inch and corner of the world. How do you feel about this reset before I move forward?
I mean, it's pretty good. I like the Wish You Well coins. I think Park is decent, but I feel like Goaty was just there. I really don't understand their randomization of Thames, especially when it comes to Nature Koish. I don't know why Nature Koish why Koishes continue to be repeated at this point with no electric Koish as of yet. And people keep saying maybe they're holding off until Sapaku, which it just doesn't make sense to me. Like,
I'm telling
why?
you, Gaijin, there's somebody at Krima just saying, what can we do this week just to make sure Gaijin doesn't have the perfect 100 week? Like, he can have 85% fun, but he can never have 100% fun. Ooh, we can just befuddle him just a little bit with Park. And they push the button. That's how these decisions are made.
I would thoroughly believe that, to be honest.
All right, let's move to our next bit of news. For those who are new to our community, welcome, of course. But for those who have been here for a hot second, you might be realizing that Temtem is 1 year old as far as its early access goes. Early access, the anniversary was last week on, let me pull up the day.
The 21st of January, 4 days ago, which I believe was Wednesday.
Yeah, crazy.
Thursday. I lied. Thursday. It was Thursday, but a whopping year. I have been playing Temtem for a whole year with over like 2,500 hours of playtime. And I still feel like I don't know anything about this damn game.
I was watching a MMO channel that does like weekly MMO news, and they mentioned Temtem was coming out in 2 days, and I looked at it and was like, oh, that looks cool. and I just purchased it right before, like the night or
That is probably exactly what happened to me. I remember seeing it being announced like a couple of days before it came out by some person on YouTube or something, and I'm like, "Oh, that looks really good." And they're like, "It comes out January 21st," and I'm like, "I'm getting that."
yeah, and the first day logging in, do you remember the logins, like the login struggle of the first day? And
Yes. Oh my God. The first week, the first couple of weeks, the press any key nightmare.
oh my god, let me
Ah,
look at my map right now because I remember trying to get to Brickle Del Mar and leaving Zadar, like just getting
oof.
out of the house fighting Max was a hour event
Oof.
onto itself.
Yeah, big oof right there. Like, oh man, it's just
But
so
I
rough.
I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it once I was able to start the battling system and looking through the world. And the very next morning after its release, I bought it for my significant other. And then she played, and we played it all through that day. And then her second day of playing, she was waiting for me to get online, and she found like her first Luma, and it was such a heck of a wonderful experience, just the launch of the game. I remember trying to log on through the Steam has a service where you can play games remotely on your cell phone. I forget what it's
Steam
called.
Link.
Yeah, Steam Link. I remember trying to log um, on Steam Link through to my computer while I was on lunch break at work, and it's just having like 17,000 and 30,000 people queues, and I would get done working with a student, run back to the office before, and I'd still have like 30 minutes to my lunch break. I'd turn on my phone, log in on Steam Link, put it on the side, run out the office, go, recap everything I did with the student, get my lunch, go to like the staff lounge, and then I would just be in the login queue right as I was sitting down in the staff lounge. It's like, all right, we're gonna play Temtem for the next 30 or 40 minutes. And I was squeezing time where I could find it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's all I want. I mean, it was all I wanted to do. Like when the game first came out, just I think I played this game for like 80% of every day for a couple of months. Easy.
I don't
It
know.
was insane.
Yeah, I don't know for months, but I definitely know for the first. Well, yeah, I guess months. For the first couple months, Temtem was my main MMO before I started picking things like Minecraft and everything else back up with it. But the I do have a question for you. So for me, when I started playing Temtem, I told myself I was not going to do it like I do Pokemon, where I research every angle of it. I try and find
You're
all
a
of
filthy
the
liar.
I know, and I try and find all of like the coolest Pokemon, and then I, theory craft build my team out of the cool looking Pokemon that I want. And I told myself I was just going to let myself be surprised by the game and what I find and whatever I don't find, I keep or I don't keep, and I keep moving, and I just play the game very organically. I told myself I was going to do that, and it took me about 3.5 weeks to break. Did you do that? And if you did do that, how long did it take you to break?
I still haven't done that. Do I look like a guy or sound like a guy who goes and researches every single aspect of everything? I still don't know what Misogi does. I still don't understand synergies all that well. I get lucky when I swap in Volorend on an Ukama water cannon, and I'm like, oh, cool, it poisoned him. I mean, I still have no idea what I'm doing the majority of the time. I show up for Temtalk. I haven't helped build what we talk about. I haven't done anything. I know nothing.
Well, I appreciate you, and I bet there's a lot of people in the community that do. Oh.
Yeah, all the people stealing TMR from me.
No, don't call it stealing TMR. Call it a charity service, Gaijin. You
Yeah,
can get it tax
pretty much.
refundable then. Our tax
Pretty
deductible.
much.
All right, so with that, with Temtem being 1 year old, Krima actually put together some excuse me. They put together some statistics for just all the things that have been going on in the game as it's been in its lifespan. And they did this a couple months into its launch. And it's very interesting to come back and see some of these statistics. I'm going to mute my microphone and cough wildly for a second.
Oh, yes. I love these statistics so much. That did
Ooh.
not mute. At least
Oh
maybe not for
no,
me.
it muted didn't mute to you. It muted to
Oh,
everybody on
mute.
stream. There we
Okay.
go.
Gotcha.
I took the last little sips of apple juice a few minutes ago, and like something was just dripping down into my windpipe, but I'm good now. All right. So the first statistic we have is just the community one. Um, this came out on the official Temtem Twitter. Says you made this all possible, Tamers of the World. You helped report 870 bugs on our forums and were the reason for 38 patches. Our Q&A team forwards this. We'll crush you with our words of appreciation. Yes, making Q Angel's life easier, or at least trying to. So we have 38 patches that have been released in the 1 year of early access, 870 bugs solved, 143,000 Discord users, 106.8 thousand Twitter followers. That's crazy. And the player distribution, this one actually surprised me. 35% in the USA, 9% in Germany, 7.5% in France, 7% in the UK, 5.7% in China, 4.3% in Brazil, and 3.2% in Spain. I
You
expected.
know,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna come out and say it right now. I'm disappointed in you, Spain.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
thing
disappointed in you.
that shocked me. I expected
What are
the
you doing?
USA, France,
First
and
of all,
Spain
this
to
is
have a
an
huge
amazing
population.
game, and it was made by your fellow Spaniards. Is that what they're
Yes,
called?
I think that's the word.
And you aren't helping as much as you should to support them.
Unbelievable. Let's see. So the next statistic, and there are quite a few of these.
This one blows my mind.
Uh,
So this just
Go for it. Go for it.
insane.
Take it away.
Insane. So 53% of players win against Max before boarding the Narwhal. That one does not surprise me. I won, but that's because I grind hard. And most people that I think start this game don't realize that they need to grind hard. But the 2.7% of players beating General X literally blows my damn mind. That is a lot of people, I think, personally, to have gone and won against General X. I don't understand.
Wait, you're saying 2.7% is too much?
No,
Oh,
that's an
okay.
amazing amount of players, I think, to have beaten General X. Like, that is, I mean, General X is generally hard, just very difficult. I went through on my comp alt, and I thought I was gonna do it just fine. Granted, I forgot to actually heal my Tems before going into that battle, and that kind of screwed me over. But like, I got destroyed, easy.
Interesting. I would like to say I have never lost a match against General X. I was very excited that I I remember my first time fighting General X was or not my first time fighting, my first time comparing my experiences to other people's. I was on vacation at my sister's house and I wasn't like really tuned in with the community, and I
Yeah.
did the General X fight like alone in her basement, and I was just like, God, that was stupidly difficult. How are people supposed to beat that regularly? And I did beat it my first time through, but it like not easily. It was not a walk in the park. And then so I was just like, man, I'm gonna show up to Temtalk tomorrow, and Gaijin and Vonlin are gonna be like, how'd you struggle with the boss? And then you guys are just like, wait, you beat General X? I was like, oh, that makes me feel good. Like, because I was expecting to kind of get ridiculed, but it was a fun moment. But
Yeah, this is really difficult.
it was super difficult. I played through co-op with Willow and my partner, and I remember when we got to that fight, I was just like, "Look, normally, I just let you kind of do whatever, but just listen to me, and we got
Yeah.
this." And we weaved our way through that fight and picked up her like the corpses of her Tims over and over until we won. And
Revive spam, baby. I didn't have any revives. That was part of my problem.
it's all about just building like one win condition in that fight, and his Valer or Valor, I don't know how to pronounce
Valiar.
Valiar. It always uses the same move. I forget what the name of the move is, but I think that's the only move they gave it, and it's got a sweatband, and it just goes ham with that move. So if you,
It doesn't run out of stamina like ever unless you use like Emanip or something to make it exhausted.
yeah, but it's a physical attack. So if you can tenderness it, it just sits on the field and uses that move over and over and over and over and
And
over.
it does
And
nothing.
yeah, and if
Oh,
you can get something to
like a
tank it,
Yowler that's tenderized.
yeah, if you get something that can tank it, like a Mushuk or something with a couple of defensive stages, then you're golden. It's the Zazair
Hmm.
and the Raiken and the Kazuma that are the main problems of that fight that you gotta
Yeah.
handle. And so when I went back through with my alt, I was able to also, like, I had 58 Tims on, my
Oh
main
man.
character, and I was just like gonna just trade these over, and I'm all right.
Yeah, I went
I'll
through
see you
level
later.
58s with great SVs and everything, and I still lost hard. Um, but yeah,
His team
besides
comp
that,
is like for four Tims, they put a lot of thought into it because whatever you need.
they really did. There's a counter to pretty much anything you've got.
Yeah, it's like you bring fire, the Zazair is there. You bring water to take out the Zazair, the Kazuma swapping in,
Hmm.
and
And I think these TEM statistics underneath the cause the most knockouts makes sense. But honestly, I'm a little amazed about Osukan being there for how long the game has been out, and also Azurok as well. I feel like with as many people that would look for Valash, I figured Azurok would be a little bit higher um
well,
than Pocus.
Osakai would be. Well, I will contest the Pocus one because people Luma hunt Pocus. Nobody Luma hunts
Yeah,
Azeroth,
but
and it is a
that's
five
right. You
percenter
don't
too.
hunt Azurok, you hunt Valash, which forces you to hunt Azurok as well. And a lot of people have Luma
Do they
hunted
have the same
Valash.
spawn area?
Yeah, it's the same spawn
Ah,
area.
okay, interesting.
So that's why I'm a little confused on that one. I can test that even with a lot of people Luma hunting Pocus, and that's after the odds have increased, mind you. I mean, Spectra has been Luma hunting Hocus for a couple of days now, and he's at 50 encounters, and that's after like a week. And Magical One has been hunting Hocus since basically launch, and he has not that many encounters in comparison. I think out of 60,000 something encounters, he still has only like 2,000 Hocus encounters or something like that.
Yeah, that's interesting. But I would also think on the Valash one that most people would rather breed or tackle Valash during the Park week, which might kind of bring down, the people out there grinding in that spot. So I don't
No, but
know.
they only did the
I
last
shrug
week
at that.
once and nobody knew it was really coming.
Nobody knew it was really coming, but if you look at the player population data, like it was surging that week. People were definitely
Well,
there for the Nesla
yeah.
Valash.
Well, once they announced it, obviously, yeah, it was like I think the biggest week they had, right?
Yeah, the biggest Park week they had before, they started doing all the patches for weekly content. I think overall,
Hmm.
just in a regular day-to-day pace, the player population's in a better place now than it was then, but it spiked a
Yeah.
lot higher and a lot lower for those weeks. But
Yeah.
yeah, let's move on to the next statistic. This one, I was actually talking about the player houses earlier. There are 6,100 players that have built their houses, and there are, or I guess 6,115 houses, and 56,768 furnitures decorating those houses. And they said the most popular design layout was a single table in the middle. Gaijin, have you decorated your house?
I have more than a single table in the middle.
I have.
But I'm waiting for Sipanku because I think I'm gonna like the aesthetics of Sipanku better than anything else. So rather than buy a bunch of furniture that I'm probably going to replace, I've just been waiting.
That's fair. I have, for me, I have my single table in the middle, but I have two stools around it, and the whole lines of my walls are lined with shrubbery. So I have more than just a single table, but I am in that minimalistic category. I actually really like my house too. Um, our next statistic is 221,000
That
73 ranked
blows my
matches played.
mind. Insane.
Yeah, that's a lot. If you consider
That is
like
so many.
yeah, and if you consider that every match takes like 15 to 30 minutes, I don't even want to multiply that and find the hours spent in rank. That's let's just go with a lot. And the highest TMR reach 2,153. That one I will contest because I can pull that up in game, and I know Yaw has reached 7,000 TMR. Rather he
If
did it.
we go and divide if we just call it 15 minutes for each match, and then that's probably being generous. I would say some even end a lot quicker than that, but still, that's 55,000 hours
Oof, it's a lot of
of
time spent.
competitive.
525,600 matches. 525. Okay, we'll keep moving
Oh,
on.
The Office.
All right, and this looks to be our last statistic. The Luma population. This one's
Unsurprising.
you said this one's not surprising?
Yeah.
This
I mean,
one
well,
was very
the
surprising
bottom
for me.
ones.
Oh, okay.
The bottom ones.
So there are 142,639 Lumas in circulation right now in Temtem, and 7.58% of players own a Luma. When they first released this statistic, I don't know how many Lumas were roaming around, but 5% of players owned a Luma. So if we consider all of the time that the game has been out, all of the new players that have come, all of the time everybody's had to farm Lumas, all of the radars and the new Luma hunting methods, and people thinking like Lumas are too common now. It's only with all of those changes, it's only a 2.58% change from the last time we saw this statistic. That shocked me. I expected this number to be
It
like
doesn't
13
really
or
shock
15%.
me. Does not really shock me. I mean, this is based off the total player base, not the active player base. So this is just everybody who's ever made an account, and it doesn't account for. I'm assuming doesn't account for a certain amount of playtime or anything like that to be disqualified from counting into the statistics. So I mean, this could be just somebody made an account, played for a couple of days, and then never touched Temtem again. And I'm sure that happens a lot. Um, like
Oh, I can think
this
of
is
3 people like that.
everybody. Vonlin.
Hey, no, Vonlin owns Lumas. You can't put him in this
He does, but he's
statistic.
not
He owns
playing.
Lumas. Yeah. Well, I also think about some of the people who hang out on my gaming server that I got into Temtem that I know they like made accounts and I don't think they ever got a Luma. And
Yeah.
then, my alt, I have a alt that has 0 Lumas on it and it's never encountered a Luma. So I guess that brings this number like a little bit more rationally in my head. I would really like to see what the population, what the Luma population of players who play the game daily or at least monthly is. of just like out of everybody who logs on, how many of those people have a Luma? Because,
Hmm.
I expected this number to kind of go up with
Oh yeah,
radars. But
that's gonna go way up for active player base.
yeah.
Easy.
But I also
Easy.
wish we had a number we could compare it to before radar so we can kind of see like how much of this was affected. But
Hmm.
moving on, these were the ones you said that didn't surprise you. The most owned Luma is going to be a Cypat.
Mm-hmm.
One of my first times ever watching your stream, Gaijin, it was after a Temporium tournament, and you were doing your Nuzlocke playthrough, and or your Nuzlocke speed playthrough, and as you were doing it, you were TV training for the lady at Windward for Lady Dottie. Is that her name?
Yeah,
Lady Lottie.
it was
Uh,
my Tataru Nuzlocke playthrough, which is why I was training at Windward Fort to try and get my special defense up on my Tatarus because I was afraid Gamma Burst was going to delete every single one of them.
and I watched you catch a Luma Cypat, and I was like, oh, a Luma, and you're like, another one. It's like, but it's a
It was my
Luma.
third one. It was my third Psypat, I think, maybe even my fourth.
I have a Cypat radar right now that I'm definitely not gonna do. So I feel old Gaijin on that. And then the least owned, the most sacred of 5%ers out there right now, Hocus and Pocus are the least owned Lumas. Not even surprising.
No, those are guaranteed easy 5 mil if you get one and ever decided to sell it. So many people that have them are just hoarding them. They're just holding on to them like they don't. I mean, that is right now like the icon for flex. Like, but even then, you can't really walk around with it either because people are going to hit you up all day trying to buy it.
Hey, let me get that Luma. Let me get that Luma.
It's
But
real. Like when I first got my Luma Burnchi, I got so many people asking me if I was going to sell it because this was like shortly after the game launched, and I may have been one of the earliest people to get a Luma Burnchi because I got it. I think I got it on my like fourth day playing the game, and that was I got it when it came out. So
yeah, is there any statistics that weren't released that are really interesting to you that you wish we would have known?
I would like to see how long it took for the first person to encounter the first 5% in the game. I would like to know, what is the total number, like the highest number of not like just Lumas in general, but whoever I don't, obviously don't want them to name drop people, but just to say who has the most collect, like if there's what's the highest number of collected individual Lumas for like throughout the Tempedia. I think that would be kind of interesting to see how far somebody's gotten on that with their own OT, not buying and just trading them to each other because that doesn't count. Um,
For me, the one that wasn't released, or I guess that not wasn't released, that I would like to see. I would like to see how many players have a completed Tempedia, because I know I've been playing this game since the start, and I know for a fact I do not have a completed Tempedia.
Same.
I think I'm missing the crystal family. I haven't evolved any of the crystals I have. And then I'm missing the Osakai family. Uh what else am I missing here? Yeah, but I would like to see who has a completed Tempedia. Like that would be really interesting because there's some people I know that do like take their time and go through it, and then there's people like you and me that's just like, oh yeah, we love Temtem. We play this game like crazy. We explore every aspect of it. Do you have a completed Tempedia? No, no, we do not.
I don't need one to just play the game how I want to play it. I know what they all are. Can I tell you all of their names? No, I can't.
If Temtem's your favorite game, name every city. I'm
I,
kidding.
I I could name them if I see them. I cannot name them without seeing them.
Chris says, I want to know the game population, or at least, PC players versus console players. I feel like that one would be like one of those weird statistics with the Luma one that we were talking about, where it's just like, probably everybody playing on a PS5 probably just has their PS5 account, whereas the PC players like Gaijin and I, it's like, we buy our main account and then we have our alt accounts that we use, and then, we buy the game for people who never ever play it. So it's I think that one would kind of be weighted in PC favor. But I think for the most part, I was watching somebody stream the other day. I think I was watching Workman's stream, and there was an icon he had above everybody's head in which you could see what system they were playing on. People would run by with a little PC if they were playing on a PC, and other people would run by on a PS5 if they're playing on a PS5. I don't think it'd be like crazy to sit near like an airship dock and just kind of count people who run by, and then you can kind of get a percentage after like maybe an hour or
No,
two.
no, because you don't know how many people are in a server at a time.
Oh,
You don't
that's
know how
fair
often
too.
people
That's fair
phase in
too.
and out. Like everybody's in
I was
different
just thinking
shards,
about
so
real life of, just kind of making models for population. But yeah, you're right. You're
no.
right.
The only people that could accurately assess population would be Crema themselves, and I don't know if that's information that they would release until final release of the game. At that point, I could see them actually releasing some kind of information like that, but you know, I just I can't see them doing it beforehand because early access it's not available on all platforms. It just literally released on PS5, so you know.
Okay. Was there anything else you wanted to say on stats before we move forward?
No, no, I think I'm good on stats.
All right. So, our next bit of news, I can't believe I missed this. Well, I didn't miss this, but I realized we never covered it on air. They released forever ago, they've released forever ago music from Sapangu, and everybody's probably
Oh,
heard this, but we never got our opportunity, I guess, to like react to this. So, I have it up on
I
the.
already reacted to it.
Oh,
I think if I remember correctly here, hold on. This might be something I did on my Gaijin Boo Alone show.
the Gaijin show.
The Gaijin show. Yeah, I think this is something I did on mine. Let me check it real quick. When was it released?
It was released
Just
on
oh yeah,
December
for sure.
17th.
This was talked about on the Gaijin show. We can totally play it again though.
Okay, I want to play it one more time. I'm going to play it for stream, but if you want to listen to it, you're welcome to. But yeah, this is spoiler music. Well, not spoiler, but it's going to be the background music for Sapanku.
Before
And
we play this, I just want to say shout out to Spectra for throwing the raid here. Spectra is another Temtem streamer who will be coming on to Temtalk in like 2 weeks or so, something like that. We gotta hammer out
a
the details, but Spectra is a wonderful streamer. He streams Temtem. Also check him out.
welcome everybody, and thank you for watching. We are just recording and chatting. All right, I'm going to play the music now. Ooh, this is loud.
Yeah.
So good.
I need it so bad.
Oh my god, this is so good. All right. I cannot wait for that. That just fills me with excitement. Like, Damian Sanchez is just creating straight bops. Straight bops. Like the Kisuen music was so it just matched the theme of the area and the culture that they were representing so well, and then it translated into being a video game soundtrack, but it was also like just enjoyable to listen to in the background. And I kind of get hyped for Sapanku just listening to that with like the chimes and almost kind of like the little, I wouldn't say techno vibe, but
Like
definitely
you
vibe
can
vibe.
tell you can tell it's definitely Oriental inspired. Like it's so good. I love all of the music that they put into this game, and I can't wait for Sipanku because I think it's probably going to be my favorite part of the soundtrack.
Yeah, same. I completely agree. And then we get a little bit of teaser art for those who are listening to the podcast. This post was posted on the Temtem official Twitter way back in December 17th. But we get a little bit of teaser art of the Sapanku Island, and everything's like cherry blossom themed. So there's like pink grass and like the fanning trees. I don't think they're bonsai trees. I don't know what they're called, but just, like the cherry blossom colors and the cherry blossom leaves. And it looks so
Cherry blossom
beautiful.
trees.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right on that. But it just looks so beautiful and it sounds good. So just crossing my fingers for a Sapanku release in February, and we just keep trucking towards it. All right, that was all of the news we had this week that we were going to talk about. I planned, I planned a special segment tonight for everybody listening. Tim has gone through its 1 year anniversary, and 1 year early access anniversary. What better to do to celebrate a wonderful relationship with the game that we play and love than with sweet lovin' pickup lines. So I told Gaijin before the show to come up with some pickup lines that are Temtem themed, and I came up with a couple, and we're gonna go back and forth in sharing them. I've got two good ones and one terrible one. And yeah, we're just gonna have fun celebrating 1 year in the life of Temtem, and then we'll go on to our listener question. So, Gaijin, I'm going to kick this off with the one that I said right before the show. And this one is for all the ladies to talk to, your significant other.
Ladies don't. Ever. Don't.
Babe, are you clicking crystal spikes, or are you just happy to see me? I'm pretty proud of that one.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
All right.
Every guy that may have been clicking crystal spikes in their pocket just got theirs shattered by a stone ball. So
all right, Gaijin, do you have one to share?
I literally could not really think of anything. All I can think of is, how it's kind of like a common thing where people talk about guys falling asleep after sex.
Yes.
Well, Nidrisil has a move called Narcoleptic Hit, and it's a snake. So something along the lines of, you must have used Narcoleptic Hit with your Nidrisil, because boy, you sleepy now.
I like it. Okay, so this is my last good one.
No, the first one wasn't good. So if this is a good one, it's your only good one.
This is the last one that's not as terrible as the other one.
I doubt it.
This one is for all of the guys, to your lady friends or to your significant other, and all the non-binary genders in between. Girl, let's pretend we're a pair of crystal skates and disappear forever together.
That's a little bit better.
It is, right? It's like running off into the sunset or falling off the pan sun.
But, oh, man. All
right, so here's my terrible one.
Never again.
Here's my terrible one. Celebrating a 1 year relationship. They call me Grumper in the sheets because my best technique's exhausting and I really don't want to be here and existence is pain.
Oh my god. No. That's not even a pickup line.
I know. It's a satirical pickup line. It's intentionally terrible. It's intentionally horrific. But with that, we'll end our celebration.
We'll end the show here with that.
No, it's not the end of the show. Keep listening. We've got a listener question.
It's the end of Temtalk at this point. With jokes like that, if that's the highest quality content we can pull, that's the end of Temtalk.
Ooh, somebody in chat just put a really nice one. I'm lost. Kinu, give me directions to your heart. I like it. It's cute. But really exciting that Temtem, or that we've been playing Temtem for a year. We've been able to enjoy this wonderful game Krim has made, and hopefully there are a lot more years coming. Maybe this will
I truly
be.
hope so. I would love to see them like continue to update this game with like new islands and new Thames and new content and um I'm really excited to see what happens. I mean, they have talked about looking forward to the future, so I would not be surprised if we see Temtem turn into like an evolving game world, like they do with MMOs. They add on expansions all the time, so
Okay, there's one more in chat that was said that I really want to read. Are you Gary? Because darn, you're looking cute. That one's good.
and
That one's good.
Spectra with the killer. All right, see, we should have just been having Spectra write these all day because yours were horrible.
Well, one of them's got a little bit of
No,
juice
he
in there.
doesn't.
All
Doesn't
right,
have any
all right,
juice.
everybody listening to this, I want you to use one of the lines that you've heard today. If you get any success with them, write us at temtalkshow@gmail.com and
If
let us
you
know
end up
that.
losing your significant other or you get slapped in the face, by all means, please also let Kennedy know by emailing him at temtalkshow@gmail.com. He will be paying damages.
Can I read one more from Chat Gaijin?
Yes, of
This
course.
one's an
Wait,
intentionally
let
terrible
me.
one. Read
Is it the
Willow.
8-bitten one
Oh
or
no,
Willow?
I didn't see that. Go ahead and read it. Go ahead and read it. Then I'll read Willow Wispa's one.
Okay. Uh, are you a Gazma? Because you've got me charged and sparks are flying.
I
That one's
like
actually
it.
pretty good. I like it. See, look at this. We should have just had people write in with these because, man, Kennedy, Willow, how did you ever? What pickup lines did you use for Willow? Because man, if this is the quality, whew,
No, my pickup line for Willow was really bad. It was, "I want to talk to you. Jump in Discord now."
perf. I mean, still better.
I'm kidding, but Willow has put an intentionally bad one in chat, and it's, "Are you Max? Because I want to hurt you." I love it. I love it.
Tease me, please me, abuse me.
All right, so let's jump on to our listener question for the night, and then we'll close up with our.
Oh no.
What happened? Did you just run from Illuma? I just alt tabbed.
No, the one that just Luco die or Luco die
Do
posted.
you want to read it or do you want to move on? Because I'm happy to read it. This is a
I'll
lot of
read
fun
it.
for me.
Ooh, my name must be Max because I'm falling for you. All right,
That's
all
it.
right.
That's the line. That's it. Show's over. I
Oh, Luca, Luca, that was epic. You win. Where are you? Because I will give you a perfect Temtem.
That is fantastic. All right. So our listener question tonight comes from QX. If you want to write into the show and you have anything you want to ask us or anything you want to share, we check the show's email once a week, and we always check it right before the Tim Talk show the Tim Talk goes live. So if you'd like your question answered on air, you can write us at temtalkshow@gmail.com, and that's spelled TEMTALKSHOW @gmail.com. Our question tonight is, "Hello, Tim Talk. Me again. If the archipelago had sports teams other than battles, what sports do you think would be played? Also, what do you think their names and jerseys would be? Thank you for your time, QX." I probably should have read this before Tim Talk tonight so I could have some time to think about this. Let's see. I don't know. There's all of that empty airspace and they travel on airships. I think it would be like, there's not enough space to do like formula car racing, but boat racing would be like really cool. And I don't know, the whole team would be like the crew sailing the boats, like Formula One boat drift. That'd be kind of fun.
You are obviously missing the most obvious thing. Oshiara racing. I mean, come on.
Oh, Oshiara racing. Yeah,
Come
but I
on.
mean, where do they
Obviously
have enough?
Oshiara racing.
Where do they have enough
Where do they have
land?
enough space for something to run? Get out of here. There's plenty.
Yes.
There's plenty.
Fair.
Professional fishing, easy peasy. That's right, 8-bit, and good call.
Yeah, professional fishing. I don't know. I still want to see Formula One boat drifting. So
Of Tellus, we already have a bunch of caged animal fights all the time, thanks to Moflank and Mix and Tataru, and
and Mastion. Mastion learns cage.
I've never used a Mastio.
And what do you think the names and jerseys would be for the teams? So you said Oshero Racing. I said boat racing. We both went with races. So what would be like
It's
a race team sponsor name or a team name?
for racing Oshiaras. Good lord, I
Ooh, the waves. Yeah, I like it.
the waves.
The
Try
waves.
the tsunamis, or the wrathful, because of Cerbatia's wrath, which only they can learn.
Cerbatio
Cerbatio,
or Cerbatio's Fast and Furiousness.
the archipelago aces. Yeah, that's not bad of Telos.
Yeah, I like the idea of the sea queen and probably
Oh
like a
gosh,
little mermaid thing as
the
the
fox hunting, Momo's hunting Wolfies. I don't know that they would take that up for fun, but then again, humans are cruel, so maybe.
Yeah, they deliver food parcels in the archipelago, but I don't know if they ever say what's in the food parcels. I know you grow fruit in Mokopani, but I don't know if like people kill and eat Temtems, or Temtems kill and eat other Temtems. That's an interesting question. Let's ask Suki it whenever she comes on. That's gonna be one of the
Next
questions I
week,
ask. Do people eat Temtem? Asking the real important ones.
yeah, Temtem World is canonically vegan.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's good to know then. So no, they don't eat Temtem. All right. Thank you, QX, for writing in, and it was a fun little
Yeah,
thought experiment.
as always, technically, really appreciate it. It's great to get questions, and the fact that you're so consistent is super amazing. So thank you. If you want to be cool like technically QX, don't hesitate to reach out to us at temtalkshow@gmail.com with any questions you may have. Um, so feel
Yeah,
free.
or letting us know how well those pickup lines worked for you. So, because of course it's just gonna be like 100 100 the whole time through. But anyways, that is going to be our show for tonight. Thank you everybody for coming and hanging out with us. For all the people watching live, we'll do a small little post show, but for the recording, we're going to be getting out of here in a few minutes. Gaijin, what are you up to and where can the people find you?
What am I up to? Streaming Temtem on twitch.tv/it's Gaijin Boo, which again on stream it says it Gaijin Boo. How many times are we gonna have to fix this?
Uh, every single
ITS.
night forever. No, I fixed it after I'd already saved the thing, so tonight I'll resave
Uh,
it anew. So
yeah.
we're we're
So
we're good.
it's Gaijin Boo, ITSGAIJINBUU. I stream Temtem and Sea of Thieves. I might be streaming some Pokemon too because I do still enjoy shiny hunting. But yeah, that's where you guys can find me. Also on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever, same name.
Uh, I am Pres B Kennedy. I live stream D&D every weekend, every Saturday night and every other Sunday night. It is a lot of fun. We do storytelling and a lot of roleplay content. I will get back into streaming other video games if enough people of the earth raise their hands up and channel the spirit bomb to twitch.tv/Pres B Kennedy. Otherwise, I might just chill out in my pod and I don't know, maybe I don't know what he did. Didn't he like Capsule Corp make some super gravity thing for Goku for so he could just train for a bajillion
For
hours?
Vegeta, you mean?
Oh, maybe it's Vegeta. Okay, that reference got away from me, so we're just gonna ignore it and go on to the show. If you ever want to watch live, we live stream these shows. We're recording it on twitch.tv/temtalkshow, and again, that is twitch.tv/temtalkshow. And we live stream this every Monday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you everybody for watching. Wait. We got to turn 30. The turn 30
You
this
have
week
a
is
turn 30.
yeah, the turn 30 this week is in my court. My lady friend and I, we got really into a new show on Disney Plus. A lot of people might have heard of. It is called WandaVision, and it is so funny and so incredibly terrifying. It is simultaneously so. Gaijin, do you know the basic premise of the show? Because I don't want to like super explain it to you if you don't, and I'll just like briefly explain it for the audience. But I will super explain it to you if you don't.
No, go ahead. I know nothing about it other than it's not what people expected because nobody pays attention to the commercials and just assume it's going to be like a Marvel movie, which it wasn't.
Yeah, so WandaVision is a sitcom, and each episode is a different style of sitcom from a different decade of sitcom. So they start off in the 50s parodying 1950s sitcoms, and then they go to 60s sitcoms, and episode 2 is kind of like I Dream of Jeannie, and then they go to 70s sitcoms, and forward and forward and forward, just consistently each episode is a different style of sitcom. And it's just really funny sitcom writing with these superheroes and characters you know and love. And if you just took the show at face value, you would be like, this is weird. It's a funny sitcom, but it's probably the worst Marvel anything that I've ever seen. But the more information you have about it, the more of a psychological thriller it becomes, and the more terrifying it becomes. Because there are these moments where things don't match up in the sitcom. Like the characters realize they're not supposed to be in these situations, and they're not supposed to be doing what they're doing in the sitcom. And then it just resets and they don't ever acknowledge it. And you know something really terrifying is happening and kind of forcing them and pushing them into these situations and kind of controlling the strings. And it just plays with your mind. So if you take it at face value, you're like, that was a weird sitcom. Okay. But if you know that, some of these characters are dead, some of these characters, are major villains from like other areas in the Marvel universe, and you're just like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like that. This is making me real uncomfortable right now. And it's such a thrilling watch. I've been very much enjoying it. But it's WandaVision on
like an alternate reality universe that she created or something like that, right?
Yeah, a lot of people thought it was going to be like a House of M spoof, which is a storyline in the Marvel universe where, yes, Wanda just creates a alternate reality with a word, speaking a single word, and then everybody in the Marvel universe is living their wildest fantasies and their, biggest aspirations and dreams. And that's a whole storyline onto itself. And so that's kind of what we thought WandaVision was going to be. I won't spoil it for anybody. And there are elements where we do see that this is based in the main Marvel universe, and there are things happening of it's like some pocket reality, but I can't say any more without, spoiling like the appeal of the episode. So it's really interesting. And the more knowledge you have about the Marvel universe, the more detrimental it is for you, because you get really uneasy watching it, where it's like the more things you see, the more you're just like, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's really bad, and everybody's just smiling and, like, ah. And like there's commercials that punctuate the episodes for Hydra products. And obviously Hydra is like one of the
The bad guy.
most iconic evil organizations in Marvel. And like anybody just coming in and watching it's just like, oh, that's a weird toaster. And it's just like, that's a really bad toaster.
Yeah, Willow says don't spoil too much, and I think she has a point.
Okay, I'll stop right there. But it's
Might
I
have
don't
to
think the
spank you,
commercials have
Kathy.
much to do with the content of the episodes, but it's an interesting watch. So, that's the turn 30 for today, and that is our show. Everybody watching live will do a little bit of a post show, and everybody listening, thank you so much for listening. Have a great week, and we will talk to you later. I should play outro music.